FM studios in Ontario, California, it's Foobar Sports.
Hey everybody, I'm Josh.
I'm the Foo.
And we got Josie here on the mix.
Hello there, children.
Welcome to Foobar Sports episode 22. You can find our episodes on FoobarShow.com or any podcasting app. And you can join us as we record on our Facebook group, Foobar Sports. Well, guys, let's get after it. A lot of shit's going on right now. We just had the NBA lottery, which was quite satisfying for us Lakers fans. Well, at the end of the year, pretty much, rather than just go off of what your record is as far as where you pick in the draft, like how they do for the NFL, where it's primarily whatever your record,
placement.
Based on placement. The NBA has like a lottery system for the top 14 teams?
The lottery teams, which are 14.
Yeah, which are 1 through 14.
And they play through a lottery system with ping pong balls, Foo.
Yeah, and the top, 4 teams? The top 4 teams on the lottery, like basically whoever was last, second to last, third to last, and fourth to last, have the same amount of odds to get the number 1 pick at 14%.
And they both have the largest odds to win.
Yeah.
To place in the top 4.
Place in the top 4. So sometimes the ping pongs go exactly how, stay exactly how it was based off placement. Well, sometimes you get some teams that jump up from like maybe the 13th or 14th possible pick to the 3rd or 2nd, which tends to happen. And that actually happened with Los Angeles Lakers, who were projected to only have a 6% or a 9% chance
to land a top 4
to land a top 4 pick, and they ended up with the number 4 pick in the NBA draft.
Oh, wow.
They went, and
they were supposed to land at 11.
They were supposed to land at 11, so they went at a full 7 spots. And then a lot of people projected the New York Knicks, who had the absolute worst record of the year, to be the number 1 pick and get the big prospect Zion Williamson out of Duke, who's supposed to be like the next coming of age.
New York was literally waiting for this to happen.
Yeah, like they showed a reaction shot of New York like clapping when the Lakers got the number 4 pick instead of the number 1, because everyone was nervous that the Lakers would probably get number 1.
Yeah,
because they revealed the top 4 separately from the rest of them. So it's like, when the Lakers didn't get picked at 11, they automatically jumped up to number 4, like the top 4. Dang, so like everyone's standing there, everyone's just like, "Oh my god, if the Lakers get this pick," like New York's like, "Fuck the Lakers, it's gonna be rigged."
Yeah.
So when they got number 4, they showed pictures at bars where everyone's just jumping up in the air, like, "Yeah, fuck the Lakers." So then number 3 pick comes along, and who is it? The New York Knicks.
Oh, shit.
Everyone in the bar,
them,
like, you just see their faces turn from joy and happiness to seeing the Lakers to utter dismay and saying, "I hope he gets a career-ending injury." Like, motherfuckers are, like, crying in bars. It's hilarious. And then you got, like, a lot of reactions around the league from one of the radio hosts on ESPN 710 LA, George Sedano.
Yeah.
He was on his show, like, clapping, screaming, "Yeah,
he was
screw you, Knicks."
He was laughing, like, excessively loud.
Can we talk about the other motherfucker who gets behind a microphone and started crying like a little baby?
Oh, Stephen A. Smith. Oh, my God. We can get more into that. We'll get more into that after I reveal the last
that
2.
That fucking clown.
Oh, we can discuss that for sure. Well, then the next number 2 pick ends up going to the Memphis Grizzlies, who was like, okay, Grizzlies actually really sucked, so that's fine. You guys deserved it.
Okay.
The number 1 pick actually ended up going to the New Orleans Pelicans, who currently have Anthony Davis, and a lot of people before the lottery happened were saying that the Knicks would possibly trade, if they had the number 1 pick, Zion Williamson, to the Pelicans for Anthony Davis. Now the Pelicans don't have to do shit. They just be like, "Dude, okay, cool, we got both. Like, we're set." But everyone's kind of pissed off right now that happened. Even Stephen A. Smith, who pretty much
New Yorker.
Yeah, he's a New Yorker and he's a Knicks fan. But he blamed the Knicks for not getting the number 1 pick. He's
the lottery system.
Yeah, and that's what everyone's like, "Dude, it's the lottery. You understand how this works." But I think what he's pissed off about more is
the rich history of their
failures and the major tanking they did this last year, right, Fu?
Everyone was banking on Zion to turn the Knicks around.
Yeah, everyone.
Even Vegas was like, Because I believe it when playoffs start, Vegas already sets out odds for 2019 or the next following year's champion, and the Knicks snuck onto the board because Vegas was giving them the benefit of the doubt that they would draft Zion
and
number one.
get KD and Kyrie. But we'll get into the free agency aspect of that later. But now, at most, the Knicks would possibly be getting R.J. Barrett, who's another great player from Duke. He's actually the godson of Steve Nash. I don't know if you know that.
Really?
Yeah, Steve Nash. He's Steve Nash's godson.
Oh, okay.
And Steve Nash has been coaching this kid since he was, since he was small. So,
It's like when Nick Cage, when you find out Nick Cage was
Francis Coppola's nephew.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, all right, cool. I like that.
Made my day.
I like that. Yeah. Well, so that's pretty cool to see him get into the league. But right now, as the mock drafts go, they have Zion going to the Pelicans, obviously, at number 1. Number 2, they have Ja Morant, who's that guy from Murray State that I told you was, I think is better than R.J. Barrett. I know you disagree. I know you believe R.J. is better than Ja. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your value. Yeah. So I think he's definitely going to go number 2. And then number 3, they have the Knicks taking R.J. Barrett, a kid from Duke. So number 4, the Lakers, now it comes to the question, should the Lakers trade the number 4 pick? Now that they have, good trade assets for possibly Anthony Davis or someone, or should they take the pick?
I think they should take the pick.
You think they should take the pick?
Yeah.
Well, right now, the current mock drafts, they have them taking DeAndre Hunter, a small forward / power forward, sophomore from Virginia. I don't know if
I don't like him because it says here he's a defensive-minded guy. But I don't want to waste a number 4 pick on a defensive-minded guy.
But his 3-point percentage in college was 43.8%. So that's another reason why we should probably take him, because we need 3-point shooting.
I'm hearing the best guard available after the top 3 is probably Jarrett Culver.
I heard that one too. Yeah,
from Texas Tech. He's a shooting guard, 6'6", 194, super skinny, and he has like a 6'10" wingspan. Yeah, for a shooting guard, that's great. That's why I think I would be happy if the Lakers drafted him. Yeah, I think he's ready to play in the NBA right now.
Another one too is Darius Garland. I heard from Vanderbilt. Right now, they have a projected going to the Suns, where there's also been reports like that the Suns already talked to this guy and were like, "You're there. If you're there at number 6, right? We're definitely taking you." Yeah. So, and then another one was Kobe White. He was a point guard freshman from North Carolina. And he was pretty good, but he was inconsistent. Mm-hmm. This guy was inconsistent, but he has the talent.
He's a score-first guy, that's why.
Yeah, and I think that probably would go well with, like, Lonzo Ball, especially because Lonzo Ball is a pass-first, share-the-wealth kind of player. Mm-hmm. I think we need to add another scorer, at least in the shooting guard spot, in the 2 spot. Mm-hmm. So
that's why I would love for them to get Jarrett Culver.
That would be a good pickup, and I think they should definitely consider him. Obviously, it's going to change once the combine goes up. They can get these guys in for workouts. Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens. But another options, Fu, again, going to the trades. I know me and you say they should take the pick, especially since, don't trade away any of the other younger assets. But you have to consider possibly like trading for a Bradley Beal. If it'll take the number 4 pick. But who would you be willing to give up? Because you'd have to give up one of the young core pieces as well as the top 4 pick.
I would probably be, if it's possible, just the pick and Josh Hart.
Oh, okay.
If it was possible, but I would even be okay with them either. Seeing I'm stuck between either trading Kuzma or Ingram. Okay. Because I think Ingram could be really good still. He's still 22, man. I mean...
Yeah.
The badass point guards in the league right now are 30, 31, 32. So, like 4 years, there's going to be like a new wave of who's the next best young talent.
And this is, considering they don't take the pick itself. This is if they want to win now or try and draw more free agents. I think they should trade Ingram. My personal opinion, seeing Kuzma play, I think has the higher upside of the two. Though I think Ingram is going to be a star at some point. I think Kuzma is going to be one of those transcendent players that we just never saw coming. Like I've seen how his work ethic is, how he's taken his mentorship under LeBron to another level.
Yeah.
And I
Wouldn't
think
be bad.
I think he's more valuable than Ingram and Ball. So I would trade
Interesting.
Ingram and the 4th pick for Beal straight up.
That'd be interesting.
That would be an interesting trade. I don't know. I mean, who knows if the Wizards would actually do it? That's just my, proposal, and I think that they probably would.
Right.
Because the only other thing, they need to get out from one of those contracts, especially with John Wall eating up all that money and being a bust at this point.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks. But I know I brought up another trade to you. It was Chris Paul. Lakers possibly trading for Chris Paul, like Ball. Trading Lonzo Ball for Chris Paul. What do you think about that?
No, that's stupid.
Just to have another vet?
Yeah, that's dumb. We'll overpay to get him.
Yeah, well, not really.
Yeah,
Because
we will.
You think Ball?
Ball only makes like $7 million a year.
That's true, but you get a little bit more talent-wise.
Just a little bit more, and probably less availability.
Well, then
than
that's
what
when
we
you would
think.
really have to go into free agency and
See, and then you can't because it clogs up 40 million of your salary cap.
it's going to
So
take
it's
a hell
gonna
of a sales job by fucking Rob Pelinka.
We'll have to trade someone that has a large salary too, and we don't. We don't have large salary guys except LeBron right now.
That's true. Right now,
So
our only
I think
we
getting
just have
Chris
LeBron.
Paul would handicap us again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean-
I think they should go.
Well, if they got Chris Paul, then right now I read an article that the only reason why that would be considered was to either draw another superstar to play with those two, because you would still have enough on the salary cap to get another superstar to play with LeBron and Chris Paul, but you would have to use like the mid-level exceptions and the minimum vet minimums after that on the by making the rest of your team. So yeah, I see where you're saying like that's a lot of money to eat up on Chris Paul. But I do see also the idea of using another veteran kind of superstar to kind of help draw someone else, one of the younger guys. But yeah, no, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
I don't think we
really
could do much else if we did that. That's why.
Yeah, we would
That's
really
already
be pigeonholing
him.
ourselves.
Him and LeBron would be $75 million of our max $95 million salary cap.
Yeah.
So we have no money for anyone else.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
It'd be easier to sign another guy for like $35 million.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough decisions coming.
Very tough decisions, but we'll go more into that when the playoffs are over and we have absolutely nothing else to talk about. I mean, that's usually
Just
how it
Dodger
works
Blue
out.
and such.
Just Dodger Blue and Dodgers right now, man. Oh, they're doing so great. Right now, last I checked, as of recording, they were beating the Reds 8-3, and it's bottom of the ninth. 2 outs already. I mean, game's over. But Cody Bellinger is leading the league right now in 17.
Dude,
home
Hyun-Jin
runs.
Ryu threw 7 shutout innings.
Yeah.
And then this is after today, he's thrown 31 consecutive scoreless innings.
Oh, wow.
He's tearing it up.
Ryu
and he even
is-
contemplated retiring.
Yeah, because he was getting injured so much, but he showed the flashes of him being a great pitcher. Like, I remember when we first signed him, didn't he have like an 11-win season? Him and Kershaw and Greinke.
Yep.
They all were just that was like our best year, man. That was the year we should have fucking got better bats. But you know what?
At the Astros?
Yeah.
I know we had the series, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, Ryu's on fire right now. Bellinger, ever since they made him a everyday player, he's averaging 405. A fucking batting average of 405 right
That's
now.
Triple Crown status, dude.
Right now, he's Triple
That's
Crown
dope.
status. He got a home run today, and he's at number 17 for the year. But you can't also discount. There's another guy that I think a lot of people are not recognizing, Alex Verdugo. That rookie we
because
brought up.
he I think we brought him up last year for 3 games only.
Yeah.
And then this year is his first true season.
Yeah, it's his first technically rookie season, because you could bring them up like at the end of the playoffs.
Sporadically.
And
yeah.
they'll still have their rookie status going into the next year. I think what's considered you're not a rookie is if you're like, I think 62 games in. Like that's the number you have to hit before
Yeah,
you're not
because it's a
considered
large
rookie
part of
anymore.
even 60 games in is only like 12 starts max.
Yeah, exactly.
Max.
Verdugo's hitting 323 right now. Let me get the rest of his statistics as we go.
This is foo sticks.
His statistics. Yeah, he's got 323, 14 strikeouts, unfortunately, 23 RBIs.
Still good.
4 home runs, 2 triples.
Dude, only 14 strikeouts to 23 RBIs.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's
dude.
got 40 hits out of 124 at bats. So this guy should be an everyday player, but because he's the rookie, he's gonna have to take a back seat to players like Jock Peterson, man. 14 home runs right now.
Yeah, that guy's on fire, dude.
Yeah, unfortunately, he can't be an everyday,
Well, that just speaks to the Dodgers again, being pretty deep, considering what they need. As
They
far
got
as
options.
as far as powerhouse players,
Yeah.
they don't have powerhouse players, but they have great utility players.
And you got to give it to Andrew Friedman, man. The guy knows how to fucking run front office and how to, really evaluate talent.
Well, where do you guys stand with Roberts at this point? And how much of a force is he with the team?
Look, I think Dave Roberts is a player's manager. Like he's has
legit
the
there for
support.
morale and to get the best out of his guys.
Yeah, because in any baseball, what it really boils down to in any baseball game, it boils down to your bench coaches, all the actual coaches that have to put in that work. I don't know who we have as our bench coach right now, but goddamn, our under coaches must be doing a hell of a job to get these guys to be hit, especially our batting coach. Or that would be the bench coach, right? The hitting
nope.
coach?
No.
Oh,
They have
no.
their own hitting coach.
They have their own hitting coach, right? It's not what's his face anymore. Turner. Turner Ward went to the Reds, right?
Yeah.
Along with Puig.
That's right.
That's right.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's why we don't. I mean, Turner Ward was a badass hitting
Still
coach,
look good. I mean,
dude.
the Reds might look slightly better now with their new coach.
They do. They look a little better, but I mean, yeah, the Dodgers are doing great right now. Again, we're only, let's see here, 48 games into the season.
Yeah.
So.
And if the season ended today,
Shut up.
but can I interrupt the flow here real
That's
quick?
fine.
I got an article here from Cal Poly Pomona. Good old alma mater for me and the Foo, and I think you left your stink there at some point, Josh.
Yes, I did for
before you
one
got
full
kicked
year.
out.
I left a stench
We
of
contributed
alcohol.
to their operations.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
I
Yeah,
contributed.
you paid
to
somebody's
the,
salary, right?
Yeah,
for the-
I paid for a fraternity membership
There you go.
for a waste of a year.
Right. So, former Bronco Garlick gets set up for the big leagues. He's going to the Dodgers. Fucking this guy named Garlick, who is a former Bronco at Cal
What is
Poly
this,
Pomona.
Dragon Ball anime?
Yeah.
His name's Garlic?
Garlic Jr.
Kyle Garlick. They
Close.
announced it on Friday that he was an All-American for the Broncos in his only season with them back in 2015, and he's been promoted from AAA Oklahoma City and will be in uniform for Friday's game in Cincinnati, playing against the Reds.
Dang.
So
dope.
there hasn't been a former Cal Poly Pomona Bronco to be on the Dodgers since I believe like '89. No, I'm sorry, '85 to '86 when Mike Munoz appeared in 11 games as a pitcher for the LA Dodgers from '89 to '90. So. We got a former Bronco hitting up the big leagues.
Hats off to you, Garlic.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
fuck this up.
Don't fuck this up.
Fuck this up.
Don't fuck this
We'll
up, man.
disown you so
We'll
fast.
put you on a nice
I just
steak.
I just figured out that you existed, and you better not fuck this up.
Dang, man. Some high standards.
I'm just saying.
Right.
Continue. Back to you.
I actually have a cousin whose boyfriend is in the Cubs minor league system.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, his name's Tyler Durna.
I'm sure I have
believe
a
he's
few
first
degrees of
baseman.
separation with some other guy in the
Right?
major leagues too.
Right?
Yeah.
I know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy
Yeah.
that knows this guy.
And then through Kevin Bacon, he knows some other guy.
Footloose food.
That's right.
Yeah, but we'll get more intensely with the Dodgers at some point, but it's good. It's good to be a Dodger fan. Everyone catch games as much as you can right now because the ticket prices will most surely go higher.
And if you so happen to ironically live in Los Angeles and have a hard time getting the game on TV, go to your local Facebook group, Dodger Blue or others like it, where people who are the real fucking MVPs, as I stated in the previous show,
They really are.
would put their phone up to the TV, set it there, and just let people watch the game.
Heroes, man.
Fucking heroes, dude. Oh my
Heroes.
goodness.
Talk about hero ball. It's those guys that give you their passwords or the ones that give you their their Spectrum login just so you can watch it on your game system. Real heroes.
That's right.
Well, the biggest thing going on right now is the NBA playoffs. And
we caught the end of the Portland game last night.
And god damn, they just
2 games in a row, Golden State was down like 18 points, and they came back, and it looked like nothing, minimal effort needed.
they demoralized the Trailblazers for like the last 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Like they could not put anything.
They're great
up.
at doing that.
Yeah.
They're really good at doing that.
Yeah.
Like they'll make them feel like they're the shit, and then boom, the old fork in the eye.
Yeah, all
Dude,
of a sudden
like five threes in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, you see
Like
Steph
15
Curry
points out of
throw
nowhere.
up like 2 threes. That Quinn Cook guy out of nowhere was in the corner, and he just threw it up. It's like, god damn it, everyone on the Warriors is just contributing. But ever since KD went down, you've seen like a different Warriors team.
They had to step it up.
They had like they went back to the 2015 and 16 Warriors when they first went up against LeBron, where it's mostly all give and go, like tic tac toe passing, where it's just like 1, 2, 3.
A lot more fluid movement with the team. A lot more passing.
Kind of like how the Spurs play.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, it's fun. It's quick. It's fast.
I love it, dude.
It's hard.
Whenever I see that kind of gameplay happening, I just can't help but imagine the Harlem Globetrotters fucking
Yes.
theme song happening in my head.
yeah, exactly. And especially when teams like the Warriors pull it off so like effortlessly, and like it just like looks surgically how they're able to
Dude,
do
they can
these off ball
fuck anyone
screens.
up, which is why I think they're still going to win the championship.
Yeah, I think so. If they have to have KD back, if they're going to beat Giannis.
The Bucks,
Yes, the Bucks.
Milwaukee.
No, I'm calling it Giannis. Team Giannis. It's
Team
not
Giannis.
the Bucks anymore. Bucks own
Team
Giannis.
Giannis, Milwaukee.
Giannis owns the Bucks now. He named it after himself. Like
No, he didn't.
he will now.
Okay,
After he wins his championship.
listen here. There's this thing called branding.
Oh,
All right. End of speech.
thank you. That was so long.
I think they fucked up the Raptors by like 22 points the other night, 25 or something.
Yeah,
I think they're unstoppable right now. They're probably going to
23
sweep them.
Yeah, I think so too. I think both series are going to end in sweeps for the Bucks and the Warriors, which is, you said they're going to actually start the finals early, right? Because of
Well, you know, they
because
call
of
it early because they want to start the finals June 1st because these last, ever since when LeBron's first finals versus the Warriors,
Yeah.
it was like June 6th. So they're saying they're starting it earlier, but if you remember, like when the Lakers did their three-peat, they like did their championship run early June too. So
That's right. Yeah, they sometimes will change the schedule just to not have so many days off
Exactly.
in between the actual. It's not like the NFL where you have
2 weeks off before the Super Bowl.
yeah.
That's why literally any team could win.
Honestly,
They're well rested.
yeah,
Both teams are well rested, and some players are too rested.
And they're not even at home, so it's not like anybody has a real home
Yeah,
team advantage.
they
Yes.
can only stay at home for a week,
and
then they have to
go
spend a week at the
the
Super
other place.
Bowl.
Yeah.
Wherever
Train there
it's
or
being
whatever.
hosted. Yeah, practice, run plays.
Yeah, that's why I like the NBA better, and I think the NBA is more exciting in that sense because you have the 2-2-1-1-1 now format now.
Yes.
Yeah, so-
instead of 2-3-2.
Yeah, before it used to be 2-3-2. Now it's 2-2-1-1-1.
Because the
It's a
two,
lot of travel, though.
the
You
two-
It is.
It is, but the 2-3-2 ended up actually favoring the team that did not have home court advantage.
Yes,
Because they could nail 3 games at home.
they could
And
have. Yeah,
they
could
technically have
one.
a 3.
and then lose 2 and still be okay, and then go back home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, they could lose 2 the first 2 games and knock out 3 in a row, and they just have to win 1 game after that.
Yeah, it was a lot hard. Like we saw a lot of away teams celebrating the championship on the home team's floor, which I think is like super insulting when you have like all the confetti come
But what
down.
are you supposed to do? Lose on purpose to go home?
No. I mean,
Yeah, you win when you
No,
can.
not at all. But it's like
Yeah.
as the losing team, that should be. If that's not a motivator for you to do better next year, you got problems, man.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, because as opposed to the NFL at the Super Bowl, it's not as demoralizing because you're not on your home field. You
Right.
know, yeah. I just love that dynamic when I see that happen. It's so great. It's fucked up though, because
Sucks because the Celtics beat us in LA.
yeah.
KG and Paul Pierce and them.
Fuck them, dude. I was so upset. That was like my
I got
graduation
PTSD
day.
from that.
Yeah, don't bring that back, man. Don't you bring that back. I was so excited.
Hey,
that day.
while we've talked about the playoff teams, I don't know if you've heard this, but there's a rumor going on that the reason the Lakers brought in Jason Kidd is because they want to court Giannis Antetokounmpo. They want to try to court Giannis.
Really?
Because next year, AD is a free agent, and the year after, Giannis is a free agent.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
And because Giannis was he was really disappointed when
Yeah.
they just let Jason Kidd go.
I know he really liked Jason Kidd, and I know them bringing Kidd on as an assistant coach is really grooming him to take over for head coach.
Okay, eventually you'll have this job.
Yeah, they want him to grow under an actual established coach and actually, because his first 2 stints with the Bucks and the Nets weren't successful. I mean, he had a decent record, but you could tell he just wasn't ready to be head
Definitely
coach
not
yet.
with the Nets, and he had too short of a stint with the Bucks.
Yes.
And I think that was just because of a personal relationship with management.
Yeah,
It had nothing to do with he got fired like 15 games into the season. Mm-hmm. It was something stupid.
Yeah, and the year before he wasn't that bad. He had a pretty decent record with Giannis, though I think it was like only a few games above 500. It was still the most. It was the most successful the Bucks had been in a while since that happened. But I can't. I just want to see what the Lakers do come draft time and free agency. I just want free agency to come because we're going to see some crazy ass things happening where a lot of players are going to be switching teams. You're going to see a lot of movement and shift of power in the NBA.
Are we expecting a lot of guys to go into free agency after this next year? Or?
Yeah.
So this year and the year after, there'll be a lot more high caliber players available.
Their contracts running out.
Yeah, and they'll have the opportunity to sign like these huge... Dude, you're going to start seeing a lot of $200 million contracts right now in the NBA. Yeah, their contracts are like crazy. I mean, not as crazy as the MLB, but they're getting there.
Yeah, so the way it works, Fuzi, is after you get your rookie deal, you can re-sign with the team. And you can't get max money for your position since you're such an early player. So you don't have like seniority in the league yet, technically.
Yeah.
So your first 2 contracts are going to be a little bit more shortchanged depending on your talent level. Like unless you're a superstar, you'll be shortchanged for sure.
Yeah.
It's when you get to your 3rd available contract, which is now 8 years later, if you're still that good, that's when you make your big fucking money.
And it depends on if you make like first team All NBA or first team, you have to make one of the first teams or win an award.
And you have to
get
be
extra money.
with the same team you've been playing with like for at least 3 years or something.
Yeah,
4 years.
They're trying to build in like a loyalty aspect to it.
Exactly. So like a player who would decide to stay with their team, like for example, DeMarcus Cousins, when he got traded from Sacramento, Sacramento didn't want to pay him an extra $40 million to re-sign him. So by trading him away, he lost $40 million being able to re-sign with the Kings.
Yeah, he could have just re-signed with them and have like a $250 million contract. Now the guy's going to be lucky to get like $12 million next year.
He'll be lucky to get like 3 years, $50 mil.
Yeah.
Be lucky.
Yeah.
So the Kings really boned him, dude.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they did.
that's the business part of the league, though.
You have to take gambles. Like these players have to take gambles like that sometimes just to possibly get the big bucks or get a championship. So, I mean, it sucks. But, speaking of some of the big name free agents, you have Kawhi Leonard, who's pretty much the entire Raptors team at this moment, the way he's playing, averaging almost 30 points a game right now in these playoffs. Then you have Klay Thompson of the Warriors, Michael Thompson's son, who's badass as a spot-up shooter and defender. KD, the rumors that he may leave after he wins a championship this year with the Warriors.
Leave the Warriors?
Yeah, he may sign with the Knicks.
He has a good chance to. And part of that's fueled by, it's funny, after game 1, game 2, did you hear what CJ McCollum?
No.
CJ McCollum plays for the Blazers, and they're getting whomped by the Warriors. He actually said that they're harder to guard without KD.
Yeah.
And KD got upset at the media, and he started lashing out at the media for making it a thing.
How do you
throwing
figure
a tiff again.
Let's just say there's some merit to that statement. How would you figure? Why would that be?
Why would what be?
Why is it?
As
guard?
As KD as a player, he's very much a one-on-one isolation type, where he likes to put on the moves and he has to hold the ball for the majority of the game.
When they're doing their pass offense, he's best set as a shooter, not as a playmaker. The guys that are playmakers more are like Steph, sometimes Clay, and mostly Andre Iguodala and Sean
Draymond.
Livingston and Draymond.
Mm.
So they have like 3 guys that are solid playmakers. KD commands too much isolation.
Yes.
Tries to be like a Kobe.
Yeah.
Kind of
So they're not as hard. It's like you said, the Spurs. The reason they won 5 championships is because those motherfuckers can move the ball like nothing.
Yeah, Tim Duncan, Manu, and
Tony Parker.
They were very much a share the wealth.
synchronized.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whereas when you have KD, when he joins the fold, the synchronization kind of tailors off a little.
It's stalled a little, and there's some hesitation, which allows them to be guarded a little better.
It's a different team altogether.
Very much.
So CJ McCollum kind of lit that fire, and KD like took exception to it. Not to at McCollum.
No, just to the idea that
like,
Warriors don't need him.
Yeah, that the Warriors are better without him.
So that makes it easier for him to leave after they win.
And that's one of the suggestions.
Yeah, they're saying the media is trying to like stroke that fucking story so it can happen.
But so let's say that's true. So okay, let him leave. They're still good without him.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? Maybe
that's why they don't have to like they have to re-sign Klay Thompson. So it's going to come down to keep both of them, or can we convince one to like take less money? Maybe Klay might be down, but not KD, which is a little selfish compared to the other guys on the team.
Yeah, and I don't think KD would take a pay cut.
No,
I think
he will not, which will create an issue of itself.
Well, he shouldn't.
No.
He's a great player.
He's the heiress to LeBron's best player in the game.
Yeah, he's the next in line right now to be he's the number 2 player, or right now he's the best player in the league, with Giannis really coming up right behind him. But KD has every right to just leave, and I think he should. Because then it'll kind of turn the media away from him, because everyone's like attacking him for everything.
They've been giving him shit for years.
Yeah, since he joined the Warriors.
To be fair, it was a bitch move to go to the Warriors.
It was a bitch move, but regardless, like he should just leave somewhere else.
He can save his story, his career,
the narrative, change the
narrative for his NBA Hall of Fame story by going to a team and trying to win one title by himself. He will win much more respect doing that than staying with the Warriors another like 4 years.
Definitely.
So it just sucks has to be that way, but it is.
Rumors with Kawhi. Kawhi is potentially. A lot of people are saying he may go to the Clippers, but I think you're on board with me here, that he may actually sign with the Lakers.
I think Kawhi is open to coming to the Lakers. I think last week LeBron went to dinner with Kawhi.
Yeah,
in Toronto. Probably them just like
shooting the shit,
saying what they want, at least to feel each other out, to see like what they plan to do.
Well, I think LeBron just wants to hang out with somebody who's in the playoffs, right?
Yeah. How's it feel, man? How they do?
It's crazy. I've been in the playoffs 10 years in a row, right?
Yeah, he has to just tell everybody he meets.
Yeah, he's like that.
He's like a vegan.
He's like Al Bundy telling everybody that he scored 2 touchdowns in one game.
Everyone has to know.
Everyone has to know. He's like an ex-boyfriend that's just, he was there, and he's just like, how's she doing? Is she okay?
Yeah.
Like, is she eating well? They treating her right?
You doing all right? Need anything, call me.
Need anything, call me. I'll be there. It's LeBron, by the way.
Yeah.
23.
Yeah, so we might get
swingers where he's leaving all those voicemails.
Yeah.
Oh wow. We're already tangenting off the sports.
Yeah, right.
I think it's time for the regular podcast.
I think it is, man. Well, you have one more point you want to finish off with, Fu?
Just that I think it's an interesting narrative with Kawhi that he, again, we don't know shit still.
We don't.
It was probably all fabricated to begin with, but like I at least think he'll consider coming to the Lakers, and I'm kind of skeptical to see what Kyrie's going to do now that he's kind of tough to play with.
I think Kyrie will definitely be the wild card in the free agency.
This coming free agency?
Yeah, he's going to be the wild card because I think KD will go to the Knicks.
And the Knicks will only bring Kyrie in if they're like, yo, are you cool with us bringing him in? I think it's turned into that more than like, oh, we want Kyrie no matter what.
Yeah.
It's more like, oh, okay, wait, does LeBron want Kyrie? Okay, cool. Wait, does Giannis want Kyrie? No? Okay, let's not get him.
Yeah.
Does KD want him? Yeah? Okay, fine.
Yeah, because they're definitely going to try and see how the chemistry is.
Yeah.
Especially with the
Well,
Celtics
dude, he's been
team.
calling out the young guys, and no offense to fucking Kyrie, but like, they're fucking balling.
Kyrie won one championship. He needs to chill. and he was playing with LeBron, so I know that's why a lot of people
he was
are
straight
like,
up calling the young guys out and
Yeah.
saying, you have to be better. Like, even when the guys are busting their ass, he's like, no, there's no excuse why you can't be better. And it's like, motherfucker, you lost too. You're part of the team, right?
Yeah, where have you been?
So he's been sparking a little outrage with the young guys.
Well, just like you said in previous podcasts, Fu, I think LeBron is very passive aggressive, and he doesn't. He's a leader without being a leader. You know, he's a leader in the fact that he can put up numbers and shit like that. He leads in that respect, but when it comes to being an actual leader and leading other people around him, I don't know that he has 100% of that. At least he can't command that respect like, you know, others like maybe Jordan or Kobe did. He's a different breed of cat and he can get a little petty sometimes, I think.
Yeah, he is.
Real quick, just to touch, sorry again, to extend it hopefully just a minute or two more. Esports. Latest,
esports.
trending right now. Apex Legends. One of the most frequently played free games on the market right now.
That's what you're playing right now.
That's what I'm playing, and I fucking at least try to get an hour or two a day.
Yeah, I noticed.
Cloud9, which is an esports team, upcoming for their all these esports leagues are based off of a game. Well, they have an Apex roster, and they just announced 4 new players to their roster that they're going to have competing for them in Apex.
So how do you qualify for these teams?
You have to be pretty much scouted.
Okay.
So number one, to be scouted amongst millions of online players, you have to have an insane fucking KD, and if not, you have to be top ranked.
Kill death ratio.
Yeah, kill death ratio. If you're not that, it's all about trying to make connections.
Yeah.
So most for example, like the kid who got a full ride, I think to Stanford or Harvard for esports league.
Yeah, I know some colleges are starting to do that to get more.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's becoming a thing.
It's becoming a thing, man. It's. I mean, fuck. It came too late. What the hell, man? I could have been doing
We were
this
born
shit.
like 6 years too early.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this podcast thing takes off.
I know, right?
And then we're ahead of the curve on that.
Well, you know, early and often. That's what I always say.
There it is.
Yeah, I bet you
not
do.
on your weekends, Foo.
Shut up.
That's
Do
all,
it every week.
That's all I
It's
got
often.
today for some esports as well. So.
Well, I think we can finish Foobar Sports on that. Thank you all for listening to us, and make sure to catch us next time on our Foobar Sports group page on Facebook. And you can catch us on FoobarShow.com, where we release this episode every
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Tuesday.
See y'all
Once
next
a day.
week.
Foobity doobity.